Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, pandas. Welcome to the stream. Oh, 1 second, 1 second. What's happening here? Where'd you go? Good morning, pandas. Good morning. Just finished a pre-market show. Hope everyone's amazing. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it's gonna be. Let me say good morning to you guys. Day trading like a predator. Good morning. Tactical Productions. Good morning. Toadman. Good morning. Aaron Korn. Good morning. Oliver Kaiser, good morning. Oliver says, my page says this should be the pre-market show for members only and should have started at 8:15. All I get is this pre-market music. Might be time to cancel my subscription. If you want access to the pre-market show, you can go to the channel and go to the members tab. So what you were in, this was the mainstream actually. And the mainstream is just showing that we were in the pre-market show. But if you actually have, if you're a member, which you obviously are, you can go to the channel. And in the channel, you can have you should have a tab that says members, a membership tab. Click that tab and then you should have access to the you should have a link to the pre-market show. So if you are in this stream, then you're not in the pre-market show. This is the main stream. It's a completely separate stream. Bernadette Addison, good morning. Kevin Mack, good morning. Diego Mastro Giuseppe, good morning. SW Blaze, good morning. Flimbo Quest, I'm not sure if I've seen this name before. Well, if it's your first time, welcome to the channel. Glad that you're here. Oh man, thank you. Yeah. well. He says I have the best title opening theme music. Well, what can I say? That royalty-free music is nice. Well, thank you. Charles Wilson, good morning. Idris from Africa. Good morning, good morning. Jay Lee. Good morning, Kid Poker. Lace Sanawi, Oliver Kaiser, good morning. Willie Tunbrat from Sweden, good morning. Samarabi, good morning. Richard Belmont, good morning. Am I trading Luna today? I'm not touching crypto. I already told you guys my entry, 30 RSI on the weekly. I'm just waiting for that, for either Bitcoin to hit it or Ethereum. Charles Wilson, good morning. Adashi, good morning. He says you also get an email every day as members. Wow, I didn't even know that. Isaac, good morning. Jay Lee, Day K Lee. Hey guys, there are some ways I can fund my live trading account without my own money, especially since I don't have any money at the moment. Well, I'm glad you asked. In this stream, we trade 100% risk-free, and so if you want to be funded, you can trade Apex funded traders. What an intro! What a just a softball pitch for me. If you want to do Apex funded traders, if you pass an evaluation, then you can get a funded account where you can trade Apex's money and not your own money. The link is in the description below if you're interested. And the best part is there is a 50% coupon code off of those evaluations, BBM50. It is the one, I think, the best deal you can get right now. I might be having some trouble here. For some reason, my data's not loading here. It's been doing this for a while now. Yeah, Panda just passed my eval. Let's go, baby. Congratulations. Hey, show some love to Gab. Pandas. Let's go, baby. Luna just crashed to 0? Did it really go to 0? I mean, I don't trade Luna, and I have no stake in Luna, but 0. Can't be 0, can it? Oh man! Oh wow! Wow! What is this? Oh wait, it actually is at 0. Wow! No. Wait, from 119 to 0 in like 5 days? Like a week? What is that? Oh no. Well, well, well. Hey, trade safe when you trade crypto. Sheesh. Wow, that's wild. That is wild. Sorry, market's about to open, but my data is still like loading, so I'm not sure what's happening here. Hey, sorry about this. I think I got okay. One second. Sorry, pandas. I've been on mute the entire time. I'm so sorry. I just looked at the chat and it's just like everyone is telling me sorry about that. Sorry. Got it. I got it. Sorry about that. You know, the crazy thing is I just told everyone the ultimate secret about trading and you guys missed it. I just said everything that was gonna Sorry guys, you just missed the secret of trading. This actually does reverse that 10K chart. Hitting the bottom of this trading range. This downtrend could be so strong we may not see the top of this channel. But basically I just said spike in channel and we are in here. And I saw that reversal, but it was below the 20 MA, so I wasn't interested. And then yeah, now this is acting as trading range. I felt something was wrong. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's my first time streaming, so forgive me. I got a notification from YouTube that yesterday was my 2-year anniversary on YouTube since I started. So there it is, pandas. 5/12 is when I first started. And it's been almost exactly 2 years. So anyone wondering how long I've been doing this? 2 years. Break a trend, new low. Here we go. All right, very interesting. This has been very choppy right now, but right now the movement hasn't been too bad. Inside bar, breakout mode. What am I looking for? Break a trend, new low. I want to see how it reacts to yesterday's high. Are we going to try to fill that gap? Does the market want to fill the gap right now? Is this a major trend reversal? I want to see how it reacts to this. Yesterday's high. The 10K chart. It's in a trading range. We come back to the bottom of trading range on a 10,000 tick chart. 5-minute chart, nothing much going on here. Yeah, that reversal does happen, but again, it's above the 20 MA, so I'm not really interested in that reversal. Big push down, right? Possible measured move. Measure move almost made, about 2 more points. Actually, maybe more than that. It's not very precise. There it is. So bouncing off yesterday's high. Okay, bouncing pretty strongly off yesterday's high. 3 strong bull bars in a row. You're thinking possible reversal here, V bottom off yesterday's high. Yeah, most likely people had limit orders here, around here, with like a 4 or 5 point stop loss maybe. Big push up, strong bull bar ending on its high. I want to see a pullback here and another push up. I want to see 2 legs here. Karen Jarvis, Idris, Naomi, thank you. Telling me to celebrate it, appreciate it. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Big push up, big reversal here. Now we actually made like, that's like very rare, but it's a V bottom. You know, this is like straight up V bottom reversal. We could just go up here from now on. I mean, I have no entry, so that's the thing. If you're Al Brooks, always in long. You know, after this bar, you're thinking always in long. You know, after this big bull bar, then follow through, you're thinking just start going long here. That's what Al Brooks would do. But I I'm not Al Brooks. I like always in long trades. I do, especially in particular points of the day. Let's get a nice two-leggy here and not go long. I'm thinking that's pretty strong move up. You know, that's the reaction I want to see off yesterday's high, which is this blue line, and it obviously acted as support. I think it's undoubtedly acted as support at this point. So let's see if we can get a nice two-legged move here. By the way, that measure move failed, right? We could not reach the measure move. And when the measure moves fail, typically reversals are very strong, right? That means the market wanted to get here but couldn't because the force of the bulls were too strong. This shows you like where the bulls were waiting and where the bears got weak. So they just took their profits. It should have gotten down to the measure move, in my opinion. Failed to do so, and might get a two-legged move here. I'm interested in going long if we get a nice signal bar off the 20 EMA. This could be our first setup. Outside bar reversal. Right, outside bar reversal here, nasty. Outside bar reversal here, also very nasty. Currently, there's a hidden second entry long if this break above previous candle's high. Not interested in that trade. Right, it's a hidden second entry low because it's not technical. Inside here, A, B, C, A, right? It's hidden because in one bar you had two reversals, so. And now it's a trap. That's a hidden trap in a sense. I actually will take this long here if we get a decent signal bar. Signal bar is not great. Ending in the middle of the bar. Okay, that's obviously a terrible signal bar. Now we're below the 20 MA. Not interested anymore. I was interested, but not interested because now we're below the 20 MA. Even though if this signal bar is good, ooh, I mean, that's really good. Oh, it's too large. I cannot take this trade. But signal bar is decent, but too large. Signal bar is too big. Does push up higher. Right, you're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 point risk. I mean, if you swung this a couple points, maybe 3, 4 points, that might be worth it, but that's a big risk. That's some big risk right there, in my opinion. But yeah, actually a really good signal bar, but the risk is too large for me. Like, you have to like realize if you lose that could set you back a lot, possibly put you on tilt. Don't enter a trade you're not willing to lose. Don't ever enter a trade where you're willing to lose, and I was not willing to lose a 7 point, risk right there. Oh, my candles, everything just froze for me. What's going on? Wow, I don't know what happened. It like froze, and I pushed out strong. I don't know what happened. That was a little weird. Wow, Luna legit went to 0. Ah, wow. That's funny. That's almost comical. Perhaps a higher low setup here. Maybe interested in the higher low. Because because hopefully the risk will be smaller. And it looks like we're in an uptrend. Could be break a trend to new high. But it looks like we're in an uptrend right now, and no setup, so this looks like it's gonna burst upwards. It's just like, you know, the 20 EMA is acting as support, and it just looks like it wants to just explode to the upside here. Right, just bull bars ending near their high, continually pushing upward pressure on the price right now. It just looks like it wants to explode to the upside. That's what it looks like, just from the price action, just how it is above the 20 EMA, making higher lows here, strong bull bars, and keeps, and it's quick, right? It basically is retesting the top here very quickly. I may take a trap trade here, even if it doesn't touch the 20 EMA, but we'll see if we even get this trap here. It needs to break below the previous candle's low. We get a trap trade here. Actually interested in going long here on the higher low setup. Need a better signal bar than that. That's still pretty big risk. Ooh, okay. I'll take it. Bouncing off the 20 MA. Let's go for it. In this trade, about 5-point risk. I'll take the hit if it hits me. I like to trade higher low, second entry long off the 20 MA, bouncing right off of it. The only problem is I guess it's hitting its head on the top of this range here, but it looked like it really wanted to explode to the upside, so decided to take it. If I don't get it, then move on next trade. Simple as that. I don't like how many candles it's taking to finish this. 1, 2, 3 candles. It shouldn't take that long to finish this trade. Okay, there we go. A little pop up there. Fails. Oh, I don't like that failure. That breakout failure. I may abandon this because about 1, 2, 3 candles already. Starting to reverse on me. This might get me. That's tricky. Really tricky trade. Really tricky. I think it's going to get me, but that's really tricky. It got me. I think it's going to get me. Really tricky. I really thought that was a good trade, but it's all good. I still have a chance. So you're saying there's still a chance? I almost want to come out break even here if possible. Give me out break even. It came like one tick away. I'm just coming out break even there. Dodge the bullet in my opinion. I mean, it could go its way now, but I didn't like how close it got, and I came back kind of like a gift for me, and it just took too long. So I'm just getting out. I skunked that trade. It's taking too long. So sorry, pandas. Skunk that trade. Ends up making the scalp anyways, but just too risky. It just took too long. I don't like being in trades where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles to finish. I mean, I'm a scalper. I'm trying to scalp here. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to hold it through that. So the fact that I came back up to give me a gift to get out, I'll take it. All right, I can reload. I mean, my candles should be fine, but I'll reload. It's gonna take like a few minutes. That's why I don't like reloading during stream. But I did reload a couple times. But it seems like a lot of people have, different charts than I do. So let's see. Got 4 pushes up, strong reversal here. The candles are gonna freeze after a few moments here. I'm not gonna clear my. I'm not gonna enter a trade until my until the charts reload here. So now we're frozen. We're gonna be frozen for a little bit. It's gonna take maybe like 2 minutes for this to reload here. Actually, I'm not sure why it takes so long. If it takes you longer than like 5 minutes or shorter than like a minute to reload your charts, then let me know. Let me know your secrets. Could be because I'm going so far back, but I'm not sure. Cody M says, "What are you reloading, and what is the significance of it?" So, we trade tick charts here, and so when we trade tick charts, every single transaction is a tick in this market, and so in 2,000 ticks, then you form one bar, and so reloading your historical. So because it's based on ticks, depending on where they start the tick count. Right, depending on where they start and depending on how they render all the candles, right? Every candle can look different. Like every chart can look different, like across the world. And so, if you reload it, it typically matches it with, kind of resets everything. And so, yeah. So basically, it's rendering all the candles right now. That's why it's taking so long. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad. Does that look better? It looks the same. No, actually. Oh, that looks different. Yeah, that looks different. That definitely looks different. Let me know in the chat if it looks closer to what your candles look like. I don't know if that looks better or worse. All right, looks better now. All right. Let's go. Maybe. All right. All right. I think we're good. Thanks for that. Not sure. I think that little restarting ninja and yeah. So that being said, big push down. I would enter that trade still. And I wouldn't have it stopped out, but man, I don't think that would prevented me from maybe. After 1, 2, 3 bars of chop, maybe I would have. That might have prevented me from going in. I think we're gonna have a big push up here. I'll take a trap trade to the long side if we get it, but market's usually pretty stingy here. If we get trapped to the long side, I'll take it. I'm going long here. I won't take it on an outside bar reversal, but I want to go long here. I timed this perfectly. Ooh. I don't like that reaction. I'm gonna stay away from that. I don't like the. A little disappointed in that reaction there. Okay, some follow through. Hmm. It's typically a very good setup to go long. I'm surprised it didn't explode to the upside. I'm just sitting on my pause. It is 1 point. There it is. It took 2 bars to finish that scalp. Very strange, right? And that was 2,000 transactions in 1 tick rate or 1 point range, and it finally explodes. That's annoying. I didn't like that react. I didn't like how this didn't just stopped right here and just stopped right here. That was weird. This is weird. But that typically is a good setup, which it was, but I didn't like how it took so many bars to finish. I didn't like that. Didn't like that. Oh, but you've been a runner right now, which is nice. Man, maybe I should have taken that. Good signal bar. Right? Good context. It might be a while for another setup. Might be a while. I actually like that setup, but a little hesitant when I just saw the candle form, and I didn't like it. I didn't like how it took 2 bars just to finish that. That's really crazy. Like doesn't happen very often. 2,000 transactions, you get 1 point range. 1 point range. 2,000 ticks. Very rare. But it does happen every once in a while like that, but Adrian says it was a fail second short. Yep. Magenta box shows you fail second entries. So that's a fail second entry short. It's a good trade. I think I'm a little shook from skunking this trade, and I'm just a little hesitant now. And I was not sure if we're gonna come back into this trading range. Right? The trading range indicator showing us bottom to the top, to the bottom, back to the top, back to the bottom, back to the top, right? So trading range here. Man, I'm not sure our next setup. I'm not sure how it's gonna look like. I mean, obviously 2-leggy of some sort. Could just be this, but the problem is that when the trend is very strong, which it looks like right now, you don't get 2-legged pullbacks, right? That's 2-legged pullback is basically a double discount on a trend, and typically you don't get the double discount. You just don't get it. That means you typically just have to enter in first entries here if you want to capture this trend. So some people enter small, right? One contract maybe here, and then another contract that are 2-leggy, and they'll come out, with the trade thinking if their premise is good still, but then if that second entry, fails, then they'll probably just get out of the trade. Or if it goes way below the 20 MA, like maybe four or 5 points below, I don't know, or maybe strong bear bar ending near its low beneath the 20 MA, maybe they'll abandon ship then. Because it wasn't far from 20 MA, not that far. I mean, you're talking about it. Try to test it about 1 point away, but boy, oh boy. So first entries looks like kind of market, right? First entries only, and it could just make a new high here, and that's that. The strong bold trends typically don't give you that second entry. The market's saying no 2-legged pullback discount, only first entries. But I have a setup here I'm waiting for. 2-leggy off the 20 MA on an uptrend. Let's see if we get it. see. Huh. Could be a first break of trend, new high. Reversal setup here. Now that's worrying me. You know, this is a first break of trend to new high. Then this is a possible reversal setup. Huh. Now it's making me worried. But I almost cannot resist the temptation of taking a second entry long here. I cannot resist. If it's a good signal bar, I'm going to take it. And as long as it's not too large. I'm thinking 3 to 4 point large signal bar. I don't want anything larger than that. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 point risk. Signal bar. Not, it could be pretty good. Let's see it. Doji bar? Ooh. Ooh. Doji bar. Wow, I just got smashed. I typically don't like it when it looks like that, when it does that. We are off our 20 EMA here. The risk is not too large. It's about 4 point risk. I'll try it. Two leggy off the 20 EMA here. Signal bar is not the best. You also have a break of trend to new high. So this could be a reversal spot here. But the two leggy off the 20 EMA is a little too hard for me to resist right here. On the strong uptrend. See if we can get it. Get that bamboo. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Let's go, baby. 500 today. Two-legged pullback off the 20 MA. I mean, that's our bread and butter. I only have one thing I was worried about, is that this could have been break of trend to new high. Could have been. I think for me, the main thing was 10,000 tick chart. We were clearly above the 20 MA, and we looked very strong on this chart. On the 10,000 tick chart, right, you have basically a continuation, right, reversal pattern here going with direction, with trend, right off the 20 MA, and that was probably the reason why I felt like we were in a strong uptrend, and so I wanted to continue going up. So off the 20 MA, and the risk was not bad, right? Risk was 1, 2, 3, like 4 point risk, which is a typical risk that you'll take, and that instead of like a 7 point risk back here, even for this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 point risk here. Yeah, I'm okay with that. 4 point risk, two-legged pullback, uptrend, two-legged pullback. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Let's go, baby. Make sure you scalp that like button. Just like that. Two-legged pullback off the 20 MA, and it's not the best signal bar, but basically it created another bar here and pushed up, and this bar could not reach below. It basically made a higher low here, and so yeah, I mean, this could have been the first breaker trend, new high, and we could have looked for reversal here. But now when I'm looking at it, this is actually probably first breaker trend. It's not even a breaker trend, you know, I'm just thinking uptrend now from here. And the reason why I'm not sure if it's a breaker trend is because, you know, I typically want them to be below the 20 EMA. That didn't happen. Also, amazingly, we have gaps here. We still have gaps, a bunch of gaps. We have this big gap here from the V bottom that was created. We have a gap here after this push up. We haven't yet filled this gap. We have another gap here now, right? Doesn't fill this gap. And so what I mean by gaps is basically when there's an impulsive move, right? You look at the signal bar, which is the candle before the impulsive move, and the extreme of that signal bar doesn't get tested, right? So that means there's a gap here, right? There's from here, this high to this low, there's a gap. That shows us bullish strength, right? That the bears can't even fill these gaps here and retest those breakout areas, showing the strength of the bulls. We do have a failed third entry here, or third pullback. This could be a reversal here, but who knows? I'm sitting on my pause. Oh, it's not failed yet. Actually, makes a nice move here. Do you think you can make a gap indicator? Huh. You know what? I could easily make that. Aesthetically, I don't know how it would look like though. Not sure. I mean, I can make it, but I'm not sure. Like aesthetically, like, would you want the gap just to like go forever and just like fill your charts up with all these lines? Like, it's gonna look a little messy, I feel like. You know, it would look like this. You have a bunch of like huge gaps. I mean, they'll probably be different color, but I have not forgotten. I have not yet forgotten this gold line. This gold line, believe it or not, I feel like there might be a possibility for it to fill today, and that is insane to think about because from here to here is a 100-point move. But let's just say with today's market, really anything can happen, and I'm just like, I'd still be surprised if it did, but it's there, and it's you know, it's letting its presence be known. Now there's a gold gap here that I'm gonna have to also mark. Basically, now it's between these two gaps. So I have a gap down here. And we basically moved 100 points away from that. So now we're between these two gaps. We're basically right between these two big gaps. So we're trading between two gaps now. All right, like which one will have a stronger magnetic force? I believe this one's older. So I think this one will get filled first, but it might take a couple days. Who knows? Who knows? Reversal setup here. Reversal. This could be the first break of trend, new high, and strong reversal now. Reversal setup above the 20 EMA, which is ugly, but that is a reversal setup. Reversal, no follow through. Coming back into our channel here, but I mean, we're far away from 20 MA on the 5-minute chart. I think we're gonna be an uptrend rest of the day today, to be honest, especially with this setup like this. Whoo, right? No follow through on that trap. Reverses, still an uptrend. Incredible, incredible. I mean, there's no way I would have gone long there. Terrible signal bar, but man, strong move up. Very strong move up. Diego says, can you explain the reversal setup? So Al Brooks, if you guys don't know, he has like, which you know what? I'm gonna make a video. I think I'll make a video maybe next week, but I'm gonna go through Al Brooks, like my favorite Al Brooks setups, and you know, obviously the two-legged pullback is one of them. He also has another one called the major trend reversal. Basically, it's a double top of some sort, but the way he views it and the way you can read the market price action wise is, you know, you have a break of trend, you know, you have a strong trend, like clear trend like this, and then you have some sort of break of trend, typically breaking beneath the 20 MA, and so you have a break of trend, and after that it's a new high. And so let me just get rid of this so we can show it here. So we have this trend going up, we have a break of trend, and when this break of trend happened, basically there was a new high, and this new high, after this new high is created, you look for this magenta box, and when the magenta box, or we have all these magenta boxes, these magenta boxes are basically second entries that fail. And so what you have here is, after that new high is created, you have an A, B, C pattern, and then it triggers a second entry long, but if it doesn't go much, it doesn't make a point, right? So you have, doesn't make a scalper's profit. And so on the other side here, you have a trap. And so this trap was a good trade to take, you know, for a swing trade or for a scalp. But this is a major trend reversal setup. Major trend reversal does fail, obviously, no follow through, keeps, and it goes back up, makes a new high, so no longer viable. But that is a setup of the major trend reversal. And obviously, not all major trend reversals are successful. I mean, if they're all successful, then again, the market will break. It's a rare setup for it to work perfectly, as in like for you to get a big swing. And the reason being is because low risk, very good reward, but low probability trade. But typically good for a scalp. But that's why the indicator is nice. So whenever you see a magenta box, that's when you know it's a trap. Trap reversal setup. I would even say there's a gap here right now. And here, a trading range indicator showing us that we're getting choppy here. So you're sitting on your pause. Very choppy, overlapping bars. Very difficult to trade this. Right? I'm not finding any setups right now that I like. Even the second entry long, I would not like it because of how choppy we are. Right? I can tell the second entry long because super signal is dark green, right? And we're above the 20 MA. It all looks kind of good. But when you look to the left of the chart, look at this chop here. Trading range indicators telling us that we are in a trading range at the moment. And if you go long here, you're basically banking on a breakout. And breakouts are low probability trades. Yeah, it's in max manual, and guess why it's in max manual? Because Brooke said it first. Which is kind of funny because it's like Mac sued Michael Chin for like taking his material, but the thing is like he basically is like rehashing some of Al Brooks' stuff, just like in a simpler way. I guess which is like in its own like has value, but and it's different, but still, I mean, everyone kind of like. I guess there's a spectrum of copying that once you like, if you copy it too close, then obviously it's, you know, it shouldn't be right. But you know, if you copy it just enough but add your own stuff in there, then, you know, maybe it's like it's good. It's like maybe like Pepsi or something. Close, but not exactly. Yeah, we are back at the 4,000 level. Very nice. Very good observation, Diego. I didn't even realize that. We are at the 4,000 level, and we are just oscillating back and forth on it. It might act as a resistance, right? Because we broke way below, and we're coming right back to test it. Let me see in the daily chart. Yeah. Right. So choppy. You cannot trade this, and you're just watching this now. Good thing we made our bamboo already. I mean, we're good. We are fine. We are just fine right now. That's a trap trade to the long side. Nice trade, right? Clearly above the 20 MA, but a little too choppy for me to take that. Like, I'm not confident in any trades right now. And no follow through reverses. The 20 MA is acting as a support here. Amazing right now. How obvious it is as a support. I definitely won't go short anytime soon. Well, not soon, but I mean, if we break below the 20 MA and we start trading way below it, then maybe. But right now, closing beneath the 20 MA here. Like, even in the chop, the reason why I'm mentioning that is because even when it's choppy, we're still like above the 20 MA. You can see it acting as a support still. Still rising slowly. Russell H says, I've watched a couple Al Brooks videos. Does he talk about key entry points like Mac does? He talks about key areas, which are similar. He'll talk about 20 MA, trend lines, things like that. But I would say that Mac is you know, he's a little more, I don't know, specific, maybe? Is what I'm trying to say. It's like specific in terms of what he's looking for exactly for like one setup, maybe two setups. But Al Brooks is like very comprehensive. Like, he'll talk about the two-legged pullback like it's just one of many, like hundreds of things you can do. And he's just like, okay, that's just a good setup, and you know, he'll take it. Right back into the chop, and this is absolutely incredible. At that 4,000 mark, we are just, you know, we're bipolar right now. You know, the market's trying to decide, are we going to push higher? We're going to push lower. In my opinion, I think we're going to push higher because I want to continue the original trend. Plus, we had that gap above. Idris Naomi says, I watched Al Brooks' video about scalping. Do you have any other materials for him to watch? There's a lot of free stuff you can find online. But if you really want to dive deep in and be serious about this, there's a link in the description to Al Brooks' course. And you can use that link. It's an affiliate link, okay? And so I just want to let you know. It helps me if you use that link. But you don't have to use the link. You can go to it yourself. You can, you know, it's just, you know, it's just a little coffee for me. You know, it's just coffee money. Morning coffee money for me and Mrs. Panda. Review Bro says, we also have a gap below, right? So we have two gaps here. We're trading between the two gaps. So these gold lines are the two gaps marked. but I believe the gap above is older, so I think it has more incentive to fill that gap. And then after it fills that gap, it can come right back down to fill the gap on the bottom. Could do that. Yeah, so he says the way Mac discusses second entries off of key entry points makes price action understandable to the masses, in my opinion. It does, but at the same time, because it's so simplified, right? You don't get a good grasp of market cycles, and you don't get a good grasp of understanding, when to start taking second because it is so simple. At the same time, it could be your worst enemy because sometimes two-legged pullbacks, they're your worst enemy. If the market cycle is bad, and you're trying to take two-legged pullbacks in a trading range type day, then honestly, depending on how you take it, you can get destroyed. You can get destroyed. Juan Key says it's a 50% off first month or every month. It's off every month, but the hope is, right, you don't have to pay another month. You want to finish the eval in 1 month, but if you can't, it's all good because the coupon extends to it. Welcome guys. Welcome to the stream. I'm Baba Money. We trade the E-mini every single day here. Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully everyone has good, nice plans for the weekend to just reset that mental capital. Just don't think about trading. I mean, unless you're new and you're just learning all this stuff and you're just hungry and thirsty. But if you're more like me, where you've been doing this for a while now, and the weekends you actually just needed to take a break, hopefully you have something fun to do. For me, I like to spend time with Mrs. Panda, friends and family, maybe do something. And also church on Sunday. You have to go to church on Sunday. You gotta do it. And it's not, and it's for me. It's not for anything else. You gotta replenish not just the mental, but the spiritual. And for me, that Sunday, just sitting under the preaching, God's word, it's just replenishes the soul and reminds me of the priorities of life, and so, but that's me. I'm unashamedly Christian, obviously. Got a big push up here, finally breaking out of this 4,000 zone, and we're pushing up with a big base here, and man, oh man, this could be it. This could be a nice push up here. The water reversal. I mean, in all of this, there's nothing I could really trade. I mean, the trading range indicator just gave us a trading range here. You can just buy the bottom, have a 4-point stop loss, come back to the top. It's basically a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio here, every single time. Russell H says, what does the Panda think about the Roe v. Wade Supreme Court fiasco? Oh man, I mean, I have the political side of me and I also have the religious side of me. I mean, Roe v. Wade, that obviously I'm pro-life, and to me, as a pro-lifer, as a person who has a biblical worldview, every abortion is murder, and that does not mean that I do not care about the baby's life afterwards. It does not mean I do not care about the mothers who have children. It does not mean I do not care about their welfare. But it does mean I do care about the soul inside the womb. And so for me, it's hope for one of the greatest evils, I think, ever. And now, someone else can say, that, pro-life is evil towards the woman. And, I mean, I think worst case scenario, put the child up for adoption at least. You can do that. And I know there's a lot of centers out there. There's people in my church who work at, pregnancy clinics, and they provide counseling, they provide resources. And so I know there's a lot of things out there for mothers, but I also know it's a very hard decision for a lot of people. So, and, but politically, I don't even want to talk about the political aspect, because that is going to get me demonetized real quick. And this is a trading channel, pandas. I know what you guys are trying to do. You guys are trying to bait me. You guys are trying to get me to say something crazy. Civil Engineering says, does Apex accept trades less than 4 seconds? Yes. Russell A says, what about cases of rape and incest? I understand why that is maybe an exception. And that's very difficult, and it's almost really, you're thinking very evil. But one thing is that that's very rare, right? That's not the battle that we're trying to fight here. But Turtle says that's going to be terrible for those children. I don't think so. I mean, that's not necessarily true. I think I know a lot of people who are adopted, and they grow up in happy families, and they grow up well, and and they completely consider their adoptive parents to be their real parents. And if you think about it, right, like in the Christian faith, like, we are all adopted. That's the thing. Like, we are adopted. We are sinners, and when we are made righteous through Christ, we basically become adopted into God's family. So the story of adoption. So adoption in life is actually a very good reflection of our Christian faith, what we believe. I don't think, because a child's life might be hard, it's better to kill them than put them through and have them a chance to grow up. Yeah, this is not a political channel, but I will tell. Obviously it's my channel, and I can talk about my personal faith. All right, we got third push up here, and far away from 20 MA, but ends up making a nice 2-point scalp right there. I don't have a setup here, but if we get two-legged back to the 20 EMA, I may be interested again. I mean, we were just, I thought we were going to break up from here just because of the original trend was up. So, yeah, I mean, my only setup right now would be a two-leggy back to the 20 MA, and I'm not sure if we're going to get it. It might just be one of those first entry markets. Just my two Satoshi just became a panda. Wait, did I? Let's go, baby. All right, that's what I wanted to see. I'm like curious if these alerts work, and now we just got a panda, so now I know it works. So thank you for becoming panda. Thank you for the support. Enjoy your two-legged pullback badges and forms over time. Enjoy your green name. Enjoy your panda emoticons, and enjoy the pre-market show that starts every day at 9 a.m. Go over all our account balances and go over all my off-stream trades. Russell H says, I know a lot of women who had children at a young age and it wrecked not only their life, but the life of the child. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be hard, I'll say. I mean, if you put them for adoption, then obviously that's like one way to kind of get rid of your problems. But if you keep the baby, and I would say for those women who kept their child, and I mean, it's like obviously you can start from the beginning, and if you don't want to get pregnant, then obviously abstinence is a way to not get pregnant, but there's a lot of contraceptives out there. But let's say by accident you just get pregnant and now you have a child. It's like, for those women who decide to have the child and not get rid of them and knowing that their lives would be very difficult, I would say those are heroes in my mind. Those are the heroes for real. Hard life struggle, but they're the heroes because they decided, that they would rather have their child and try, rather than just kill them. And I think like the argument of, killing a child so your life is better and you prevent them from having a bad life, it's like, then why do you stop at the womb? Like, really, with that argument, you can just go up to like maybe age 5 and be like, man, this child's annoying, let's just get rid of them. So I just don't think that's an argument in any sense. Like, for me, that is not like, to me, that is not an argument. That's just, I don't know, that I can't believe that's even in like in the realm of arguments, to be honest. Like, how's that an argument where it's like you're gonna have the child life is gonna be difficult and so kill them? Like, it's my opinion is like, then why stop at the womb? If that's the case, I know a lot of people who have children and then they grow up and they start to be very difficult later on. I just the buck doesn't stop. It's too subjective in my opinion. It's clear, black and white for me. Russell said it's a tough choice, but it's a choice that should belong to a woman and be between her and God. And that's the thing, like, I don't know. I can say a lot of things, but this is not the platform. I could honestly say a lot of things to that, and but I'm just obviously this people are here not to hear me talk about abortion, women's rights, so forth. And I'm not saying that it's not hard for the woman. Of course, I know it is. We are close to the 20 EMA here. How about this, pandas? If you're a single mother and you have a difficult time, learn the two-legged pullback. Learn the two-legged pullback. Learn how to trade well. And your difficult time won't be so difficult anymore. What is happening here? Are we getting a two-leggy off of the 20 EMA here? Okay, we might get it. A, B, C. I want to take the second entry long now. I would say after this consolidation, this is probably an uptrend, and this would be. You could say this is first break a trend to new high. Sure, you can say that. Or then you look for a reversal trade here instead. It's been happening. This has been happening a lot. Like my charts have been freezing. I don't know what's happening here. I know it's not rhythmic. I know it's something else because I'm connected also to my This is Panda chopping off some panda treats, and you know the market is just, what is going on? My can't. Okay, fine. Finally it started rendering. It's weird. It just seems off. Like this number should not move this slowly. This number should be like moving much more rapidly than this, in my opinion. All right, there we go. Okay, now we're back. That was weird. It was like congestion or something. Miss Panda just dropped off some panda treats. Greek yogurt, strawberry bananas, honey, chia seeds. She's trying to make me a super panda. What is this? It's too healthy. 1 second. Honestly, bless the soul whoever decided to put a banana and a strawberry together, eat them at the same time, and be like, wow, this tastes amazing. Whoever discovered that combination, they should win a Nobel Peace Prize. This strawberry banana, oh my, that is delicious. What in the world? Bacon, eggs, and hash browns. I mean, for sure. How do you guys cook your bacon? You know, honestly, for me, the best method for bacon for me, air fryer. I know it might be, it sounds like a cop out type answer, but the air fryer, when it comes to bacon, I don't know. I mean, there's just so much fat in bacon. I feel like even because it gets rid of some of that fat, dries it out a little bit, it makes it like almost crackle. You know, it's a crackle. It's not. It doesn't really cook it. It crackles it. And I don't know. For me, the air fryer and bacon, that's the best method. And the market says you do not, no two leggy for you, right? No two leggy for you. It's just a first entry. Russell H says I use a gas grill outside to cook the bacon. Ooh, that sounds good too. Like, I mean, I think charcoal would even be better. Charcoal, adding that smoke flavor to, extra smoke flavor to. Actually, we have a two leggy here off the 20 MA. Boy, oh boy. It's a little sketchy in my opinion, to be honest. It's a little too choppy, overlapping bars. But we're clearly above the 20 MA. High or low, second entry long. Boy, oh boy, do I want to end green today. But I don't know. Nah, I'm going to sit on my pause. The main reason being is because the 10K chart, I think it's going to trigger this reversal. I feel like it might, and so I'm going to just sit on my pause here. Ooh, good signal bar off the 20 MA. But we're choppy, and that triggers at the top of the chop. Does give you a perfect scalp, and does give you absolute scalp. Being a little sketchy here. Oh, too many overlapping bars for me. But it is a higher low second entry long off the 20 MA, good signal bar. But the context right now with 1, 2, 3, 4 overlapping bars in a row, it's a little tricky there. A little tricky. A little sketchy, a little sus, we'll call it. Did it get messed up again? Ah, man, if I do this, it's gonna take forever. All right, I'm reloading my historical. Be right back. Yeah, I muted myself, sorry. I don't want you guys to get this ASMR. I have one thing. What's it called? It's called like. What's that word? It's a word that, you know, there's certain sounds you hate. It's like phonology or something. I forget. It's a hatred toward the sound, and there's one sound that I literally it makes me go crazy. And it's a sound of like the spit noise when people eat, and even for me, it bothers me when I make it. And so I don't want to give you guys that ASMR. I don't want to be, you know, spitting in your ears. And so I was just finishing up. Yes, misophonia. That's right, misophonia. I hate that sound, and so I didn't want to be like chewing into the mic. I was just finishing up my little yogurt here. That sound. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do the sound, because you guys know what I'm talking about. This sound here. Oh, I just triggered myself just doing it. All right. Okay. There we go. Got my charts reloaded. Too leggy beneath the 20 MA. Right. That's not a good place to take it. But you could consider it to come back into the trading range if you want to go long here. Typically, when the trading range is this small, I don't like to trade them too hard, because you typically want to find a higher low setup. So, you know, the trap trade here is actually not bad. Trap trade to fill this gap. There's a gap here currently from this high. I can lick my own face. For some reason, the software I use for the panda face is called Animaze, and they thought it was very important to be able to track the tongue. So there it is. There's my tongue. Thanks, Animaze. What would I do without that tongue track? Very important. Just waiting for a setup here, but I got nothing. Oh boy, oh boy. We do have a gap here. Top of this gap, I just put it here. There's no reason why I really put it here. Looks like he wants to fill this gap. Coming back to the 20 EMA, higher time frames, 10K chart. The 5 minute still has not touched the 20 EMA ever since the breakout. Gap on the 5 minute as well. We filled the gap plus more. No longer interested in that gap. Let's see if this gap gets filled. Alright, no setup for me. I'm actually not looking to go long or short. I'm thinking this is going to reverse and fail. Like, in the second entry, long or short's going to fail here, and this is going to keep going up. That's what I'm thinking here. 5 minute touch the 20 EMA perfectly. 10K, testing the 20 EMA. Even with the two-leggy here, I wouldn't take it to go short. I would take it to go long. I'm gonna wait for this one setup. If we break this low here, then I'm done. If we make a two-legged pullback here and it traps, I'm gonna take it. But if it doesn't trap and actually pushes down hard, then I'm done. If it traps, I'm gonna take the trade. So this is my setup here. Comes back to 20 EMA. Breaking above the 20 EMA. This could just be a V bottom. Absolutely amazing. Gab says you should add 100 MA to your chart so you can see the equivalent on the 21 EMA, on the 10K, but on your 2K chart. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I'll consider that. This trap could look something like this also. waiting for the setup. It's an inside bar, and it breaks down that inside bar. Very interesting. Okay, pushes down a little bit further. Just waiting for my setup to come to me. Skipping the second entry short. Gonna trade the reversal to go long actually. This blue line is a gap. Looking for my trap trade. See if the market gives it to me. It's very slow right now. It's a little frustrating. Like a failed second entry short here. No setup, unfortunately. Still waiting for the second entry short to trigger, but it's going very strongly without us. Bouncing so perfectly off the 20 EMA on the 5-minute, you just have to wonder. There must be some sort of algorithm out there that trades a 20 EMA like just perfectly like that. There's probably a lot of algorithms that do that. Oh. Let me reload my historical one more time. It might have already triggered according to Mark Landwich. Maybe my tick counts are off here. If that's the case, then that's it. All right, pandas. Yeah, I mean, we're up 500. We got our bamboo. I really want to like use these other like animations here, but I still have yet to use this one. This is specifically for tilting. I made that animation just for tilting. And so, fortunately, I don't have to use them. I don't really want to use them. I want to use them because I think they're funny, but or fun, but I don't want to use it because that means I'm actually tilted. So, but pandas, hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you guys bright and early on Monday, 9 o'clock Eastern time for the pre-market show. And yeah, 9:15 for the mainstream. So have an amazing weekend, everyone, and reset that mental capital. And I'll see you guys bright and early. So always happy trading. God bless. Bye.